Feels good to be on the twin this morning. Whoa, that's cool. I've not seen that big piece of driftwood here before. It's pretty neat. So good morning, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. This is probably going to come out a few days after Thanksgiving, but happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great time with family and friends. This is Thanksgiving morning, and I wanted to come out and make a little video. So I had a live stream like a week ago now, and I asked those that were there on the live stream, do you want to see a Huckleberry Flats DRZ ride, or do you want an update on my Africa Twin? Because I've done some stuff to my Africa Twin to make it better, and the vast majority said they wanted to see an Africa Twin update. So I'm going to do that for you today, and this gave me a minute before I meet up with my folks for Thanksgiving dinner. So I decided I'd come out and do a little update. While I'm out, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who subscribed so far. If you are thinking about subscribing, hit that subscribe button down there, hit the notification bell so you know when I post new content. It really helps my channel, helps more people find my content, and it lets you know when things come out, which is pretty neat. And it doesn't cost you anything. So I know when I initially started doing stuff on YouTube, I thought, oh, if I subscribe, then I got to pay something, right? Like a TV subscription, and that's not the case. It's free. So if you in any way at all like my content, even if you don't, hit the subscribe button and help a brother out if you wouldn't mind. Also, for those of you that haven't followed along, I do a live stream. I've been trying to do one once a month, usually kind of right in the middle of the month on a Friday night at 6:30. So keep an eye out for those. It's a lot of fun. We drink a few drinks. We talk about dual sports and adventure bikes, and really anything cars. I'm a big classic car guy too. So there's some talk about cars, and so if you are at all interested in hanging out and chatting, keep an eye out for those live streams. So this morning I'm taking you guys down to the downtown of my city. There's a really cool mural, and I posted some pictures of it on my Instagram. If you're not on there, or if you are on there and haven't followed my stuff, it's mclovinmoto on Instagram. Also the same on Facebook, mclovinmoto, and the photos post both places. Sometimes I put some short videos, so keep an eye out for those, and give those a like and a follow. But this morning we're gonna go down to a mural that I've taken photos in front of before, but I haven't with this bike, so I wanted to go down and do that before I do my updates on my Africa Twin. It's right here. This was pretty neat. This just went in. If this big truck wasn't in the way, it'd probably be even cooler. But let's take some pictures here real quick. But check this out, guys. It's a pretty cool mural. What do you think? All right, so there's the mural. Kind of shows some of the cool things about Corvallis. There's the bridge over here. This is a one-lane bridge out of town, which is soon going to be demolished, and they're going to put a big two-lane bridge in finally. It's really needed, but the bridge is pretty cool, and it's ancient. It used to rotate, pivot on that, on the center. You got the courthouse, the Corvallis courthouse, Benton County courthouse is what it is, and then you've got, you know, kind of some outdoorsy biking and hiking going on over here at the other end. So yeah, greetings from Corvallis. Ooh, look, guys. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bald eagle. There he goes. Look at that. Wow. Look at that, guys. That's super neat. And then he's coming back. Look at that. Wow. Pretty bird. There they both go. He's chasing the hawk. Get him. That's cool. Don't see that every day. So I'm trying to think. I believe that I bought this bike pretty much around this same time, November of 2019. It's a 2017 Africa Twin CRF 1000L, and I bought it, like I said, November of 19, had 0 miles. It was brand new. It was a leftover. It was steeply discounted because obviously it was 2 years old. It's a manual transmission, essentially a base model bike. It does, you know, it's got ABS, it has traction control, and that's about the only electronic doohickeys that it's got. Oh, probably should go down another gear. It's I put a set of Continental TKC80s on it at the 600-mile service. I've now got 3,700 miles on the bike. Rear tire is just about done. Front tire, I think I can get another 3,000 miles out of, I hope. So I think I'm going to run one more TKC80 before I switch to a true 50/50 tire, because that's kind of where my riding on the Africa Twin is taking me, is to like 50/50 land, commuting to work, riding forest roads, those types of things. And so I really don't need as aggressive of a tire that isn't going to last more than about 3,000 miles, 3,500 miles. I'm hoping I can get to 4,000 on these, or 4,000 miles, but that'd be like 3,400 miles before I swap the rear one at least. I initially had some Southwest Motortek bags on it. If you've seen previous videos, I'll link to that in the description and in the up above here in the video. My first kind of review video of the bike, I had Southwest Motortek bags. They were fine. They were great for commuting. I didn't like them off-road. They stuck out kind of at a funny angle. The mounting system wasn't, in my opinion, very solid. It had Velcro across the seat, but the actual latch that would hold it to the latching mechanism that held it to the bars, the proprietary bars from Southwest Motortek, was plastic. And if you hit a big bump, or you know, you had 15-20 pounds in the bag, it wasn't going to stay on. It would just slip right off the bar, which really was frustrating to me. I didn't have that much weight in them, and they would slip off. So I sold those, and I went with a set of Outback Motortek Pannier racks. I'm pretty impressed with them. They're called their X-frame rack, and they've got a frame in the center where you can mount like roto packs and things. I don't have those on them yet, but the goal is to put those on and put a roto pack behind the non-exhaust side bag, and I'll show you that here in a minute once I stop again. And then I went with a set of Mototrekk Giant Loop Mototrekk Panniers. They're the smaller of the Panniers that Giant Loop offers, but I think they're going to work for my use, which is, you know, overnight, maybe 2-day trips, and just back and forth to work, commuting. They're waterproof. They cinch down when not in use, and are real small, so you don't have to take them on and off. And they're pretty minimalistic when you don't have them full of stuff. And even when you do, they don't stick out weird. They're straight up and down, which is what I wanted. I've heard excellent reviews on them so far. I'm pretty pleased with them. Like today, I've got my drone, my controller, my tripod, 2 tripods. All of that's in the bags. I could have put it all probably in one bag. I've got it, you know, separated into 2. And the nice thing is that you can cinch them down and keep them nice and tight and snug against the bars, and I really like that about them. So, and then the other thing I did recently was I put a set of Rox Risers on here. Before, I had a different set that came up 1 inch and back a 1/2 inch. I figured out real quick as I started riding this more off-road that 1/2 inch back was not ideal, because it put the bars kind of into my hips versus kind of out in front of me where I wanted them. So these are 2-inch rise, and I actually tipped them forward slightly, so they've got a little bit of a forward tilt, and way better for off-road riding. When I'm standing up, I'm not leaned over so far, which I like. I know everybody's, you know, you need to be in attack position and I would say it's a modified, less aggressive attack position. I'm still, you know, I'm still leaned over slightly, but I feel like I have a lot more control. I feel like the bike is it's easier for me to make corrections as I ride, and I really like the way these feel. So I'll get off the bike here in a minute, and I'll show you these bags, I'll show you the racks, and I'll show you my my new risers. The bike does have a Delkevic exhaust. I put this quad lock phone mount up here out in front of me. I've got a giant loop tank bag. It's got AltRider crash bars. I've still got a few more things I'd like to do. I want to put an AltRider rear luggage rack, and then they make an AltRider. AltRider makes a delete plate for my back seat. I don't have anybody ever ride with me, and so I want that back seat for luggage. And so I want to use their delete plate so that I can mount stuff behind me on the back. I also want to get I need a center stand. That's one thing that these bikes don't come with. That's frustrating to me. I feel like all adventure bikes should come with those. If you need to make a tire change out on the road, that really seems, you know, that's just a handy thing to have. It's handy to do maintenance on the chain. It sits upright in your garage, so you can get more bikes next to it, which you know, that's important, so you can add more vehicles to the fleet. So that is another thing I plan to add to the bike. All in all, though, been super pleased with the Africa Twin. Plenty of power. It's smooth. I really like the rider triangle, like how my legs and arms fit to the bars and to the pegs. It's just really comfortable. I don't feel like my knees are way up into my chest. I feel like I sit upright. I feel like it's easy to stand from a seated position. You know, if you're coming up on a bump that you didn't see and you were sitting down, it's real easy to get back up. I just really like the rider triangle and how they designed the way this bike feels. It feels lighter when it's moving than its 500 and whatever pounds would tell you that it is. It doesn't feel that big. It feels like a big dirt bike, and I really like that about it. Yet it's comfortable to cruise, you know, 55, 60, 75 on the freeway, on the highway. It goes fine. I love the sound of the parallel twin, especially with this Delkevic exhaust. All in all, I'm pretty pleased. I don't really have any plans to replace this bike anytime soon. As some of the folks that follow this channel know, I like BMWs. I ride one 40 hours a week, and I wouldn't mind having a GSA. But to be fair, this is such a great bike for the money, and I feel like maintenance costs are lower, and well, I don't feel, I'm pretty confident maintenance costs are lower on this Africa Twin than on a BMW. I would love to own a GSA at some point. I just, as far as cost for me right now, I'm the only one making money at my house. My wife is a stay-at-home mom, and so I got to be a little bit more frugal with my cash. And so the Africa Twin works for me. I like Hondas. I've had several, and they've never let me down. So I'm certainly pleased with my Africa Twin. If you have any questions for me about my Africa Twin, don't hesitate to send them my way. My email is mclovinmoto@gmail.com. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me, mclovinmoto@gmail.com. If you want to send me a message, you know, or a comment on YouTube, if you got a question, I try to answer all of those. And but if you have any questions or comments about the Africa Twin, what I think about it, you know, as far as what I like, what I don't like, my list of don't likes is small. Mostly it's just stuff that I can modify and change, but I thought maybe should come with the bike for the price that I paid for it, like a little bit better skid plate, an actual center stand, and you know, some of those types of things. But it doesn't affect the fact, it doesn't affect that I enjoy, you know, riding the bike. I think it's a great bike, and I would buy another Africa Twin. Oh, and one other update for the year: I have not had any I've not had any warranty issues so far this year. Like I said, I've got 3,700 miles on the bike. I've had no warranty issues. I've had no repairs that have needed to be done in the 3,700 miles I've had it. I've had the oil changed at 600 miles for the break-in. They checked everything then and put the new tires on it. And other than that, I've just ridden it. No issues at all. All right, here's a quick walk around of the bike. This is 1 year, 3,700 miles so far, and some recent upgrades. You'll see the giant loop bags and the Outback Mototrekk Panniers. We'll talk about those in a minute. I've got a set of bar risers, which you can see right there. We'll get closer here in a second. There's the Rox Risers. Those are the most recent updates to the bike. The AltRider crash bars, or should I say engine guards. I don't think we're supposed to be talking about crashing, right? Giant loop tank bag. Go light, go fast, go far. Another view of those Rox Risers real quick. Really liked how those went on. I do have power on the bike. Put a charging port on it. So I've got USB chargers right there. Gotta love the zip ties, right? Quad lock phone mount with a ram ball mount attachment. And you've got the giant loop Mototrekk Panniers. This one right now is looking a little funky, and I'm going to show you why, because I've got my tripod in there. Delkevic exhaust. Those are the TKC 80s. You can see how worn down those are. They've got a little over 3,100 miles on them. Here's the racks. The Outback Mototrekk racking system. This side, I'm going to put a gas can behind, so I've got extra room for fuel or water, depending on how far I'm going. Might be water, because it'd be nice to have water for cooking and cleaning. There it is. Here's the low side bag. Again, you've got two buckles there, two buckles on the edges. It unrolls. Bring it in here so you can look in this bag. Pretty good size, a lot of space. You can see my drones down in there. Let's see if I can put my arm in there and kind of show how deep. There's the drone. Controllers down there too. See that? But pretty good sized bag, and it's still flat because they come flattened out, but should be able to get plenty of stuff in there. And then when you want to put them away, close them, roll them down, and then clip the 4 clips holding it on. You can see this one. So, then you got this one down here, and it's on. Roll this one up too real quick. Well, everybody, there's my Africa Twin. There's what I've done with it. Very happy with it. I'd encourage you, if you're looking for a adventure bike, to check out the Africa Twin. The 2020s look pretty cool. There's still some leftovers from various years. Go check those out at your local Honda shop. If I'm going to ride a bike for the day, I usually would choose this over my DRZ. Not because I don't like the DRZ, but because this one's more comfortable. It's more enjoyable to ride long distance, and it's got a ton of power. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate you following McLovinmoto, and hope you enjoyed this video today. Take care, everybody. Have a happy Thanksgiving.